Good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais, and good morning to all the esteemed audience. It is about to be noon now. So I will start with a word from Steve Jobs that I don't need a hard disk in my computer if I can get to the server faster. So yes, cloud makes us faster, but with faster there needs to be control over it. Many of you will be driving the car. I think most of the people knows how to drive a car and to drive. But if faster you reach destination, it is good. But there should be some control over it. So that is very much required. And thanks for the panelists that already they have provided set the stage for the security, which I will be talking about. Sir has given more thoughts on the what all is required when we are adopting any technology with respect to the security. And we have seen that Manas showed that how fast we are going in technology and how far the data is there in the internet. AOL took nine years, and this Facebook took 9 months, and then Drop took only 9 days. So this is the amount of data we are having, and we are also having the largest database around the world as UIDI. So we have lot many data in the data center which needs to be secured. So I will basically talk about cloud, the benefits of cloud, the issues and challenges, and the solutions. And I will keep it crisp because we have not much time left. So as we move from governance to e-governance, we have good and we have the options of good analytics. We have more efficiency in place, and the visibility got higher. And similar to when we move towards the cloud from the single purpose physical systems, and then we adopted the virtualization technology, and then moved to the cloud. But as cloud came, there are some concerns also. I will share with you in the coming slides. So there are many benefits for which we need to have cloud in place. As Secretary said that we have to look for new technologies and we have to adopt them if we want to move ahead, or we remain ahead around the technology world. So cloud gives many benefits, like we have agility, scalability, flexibility. With the help of cloud, we are faster to market, users-based costing, cost-effective. So there are multiple benefits, many benefits for which cloud has to be used. But with these benefits, there are some concerns, there are some issues, there are challenges which needs to be tackled and have to be overcome while moving towards cloud. So some of the gaps which are there are because in cloud we were working in a virtual machine environment. So virtual machines are easy to copy, easy to move, and there are lots of snapshots and backups of the data which are around the data center in different virtual storage. So that needs to be secured. And with the cloud, there are multiple administrators for different things, like server administrator, storage administrator, backup administrator. So you need to control those administrators. So that is why these gaps has to be filled in.
Can we have a huge round of applause for the IT Minister, Shri Khan? It's a matter of great pride for us that Sir is here on the second day also.
So, moving to cloud is important, but until and unless we have trust and confidence in some technology, we cannot get ahead. Similar, just give a small example. हम लोग बैंक में पैसा रखते हैं, because we feel that वहाँ पे हमारा पैसा सिक्योर्ड है, वहाँ पे ये नहीं कि हमारा पैसा एक दूसरे के साथ पैसा मिल गया हो, co-mingling हो गया हो. There are multiple things. So because we trust banks, that's why we place our money there. Similarly, cloud is also a bank, data bank, which we and with all other functionalities, where you are providing your data to the other cloud service provider. So in government, yes, it is a private cloud, and government is will be holding your data, but still the concerns are there. So two kinds of concerns are technology concerns and control concerns. Both are important, like data location concern, where your data is, data segregation, how you will segregate the data. Then there are distributed storage, identity federation, and there are control concerns, which are very much important: legal concerns, compliance concerns, audits, visibility. There are multiple concerns. And SLA, availability is very much important if we are moving towards cloud, or any kind of internet applications. Availability is the one which is most important. If availability will not be there, everything will go down. So, and that is why security top list of cloud challenges, because security is utmost with respect to the virtualized environment or the cloud environment. So, few of the challenges with respect to data governance, data compliance, and data protection. We should ask that, do I know where all my data instances are? These are the few questions which are, I'm adding the list of questions which are asked over it. So do I know where all my data instances are? Can I trace every legitimate replication copy? There are multiple replication copies might be there in data center. Can I trace unauthorized copying of my data? Because VMs are files and it can be copied very easily. So that is why it is important to have a look over it. Then data compliance, lack of data control. Who is accessing my data? Can I enforce an effective access control policy? That is only the authorized person can only have access to the data. Can I present a trusted audit trail, which is very much required if you want to find the loopholes. So logs and audits are very much required. Then the data protection, risk of breach and data loss. All my data instances secure. Can I assure only authorized access to my data? And can I pull the plug on data that I feel that is at risk? So those are the three you can say verticals in which these concerns are there, and we need to overcome these challenges. So when you are moving to the cloud, how do you maintain ownership and control of your data in multi-tenant environment? How do you extend data governance and compliance to internal and external mandates? So everything is around data. Anybody wants to access to your data center or cloud service provider data center, it is for data. And data needs to be secure. That is, data confidentiality, integrity, non-reputation, and authenticity should be secured. Encryption is the fundamental technology for realizing cloud security. And we have been seeing this encryption technology in multiple standards and acts, like ISO 27001, IT Act, etc. IT Act also talk about such thing. So I'm running through because of the rest of time. If somebody wants to have more interaction, I am available here for a whole day. So encryption enables in all the three verticals. With that, we know about every event, location agnostic. You can encrypt the data and it can be anywhere. Non-repudiation, set effective access policies, separation of duties, data shredding. Prevent leaks or unauthorized access, data isolation and spot resistance. So all these three things can be covered using encryption. So whenever we are moving towards cloud, so these can be the multiple security goals. How to control access to infrastructure, achieving compliant isolation and separation of duties, maintaining trust and control in virtual storage volumes, securing virtualized and cloud applications, and securing communication, and there are cloud security solutions which can help in these achieving these goals, like secure access control via multi-factor authentication, securing virtual machines. We can encrypt the virtual machines and the storage, and we have pre-boot authentication over it. And also, whenever we are encrypting, there should be a hardware-based encryption. That is, the keys which are important needs to be there in the hardware. ताला लगाने के बाद चाबी घर के पास नहीं रखना है, अलग रखना है. So that is the major thing when you are doing the encryption stuff. Then secure applications, secure communications. So I can discuss about solutions, but I have no time for it now. So these are the solutions. And lastly, Amazon is the world's largest cloud service provider, and they also keep security at the top. Whenever means the core as a core objective, and they are already incorporated some security as a service thing, cloud HSM, etc. So lastly, as everybody said that we should not wait for having the breach happen. We should secure prior to the breach. We should have things in place for securing the breach. Thank you. Thank you very much.